Welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to continue looking at the topic of approximation and estimation. In today's video, I'm going to look at this topic, which is estimating measurements and quantities. So I'm going to look at this topic. So before we start estimating measurements and quantities, let's define what is estimation. Okay, so to estimate is to make an approximate calculation or judgment of weight, time, height, etc. So it's just an approximate. So to estimate is just to give an approximate of something, not the exact amount of something, but just an approximate, a figure that is close to exact amount. Then when you are estimating, an estimate should be closer to the actual figure or amount. The actual figure or amount. Okay? So when you're estimating, when you are making an estimation, your estimate should be closer to the actual amount or figure. When estimating, it is important to use units of actual measurement. So if you are estimating the weight of a bag of maize, you need to give your unit in kgs, because when the actual bag is weighed, its unit is going to be in kgs. So you don't have to put your estimation into grams or tons. It should be in kgs. Okay, so these are the three important factors you need to consider when you are asked to make an estimate. One, you should know that an estimate is not an exact amount, it's just an approximation of something. Then the unit of the estimate should be in the unit of the actual amount of that thing you are estimating. Then your estimate should be closer to the actual amount. So these are the things you need to consider. Why should your estimate be closer to the actual amount? It's very important because, for instance, you are told to count the bags of maize, and then you count them that they are 320. Then you give an approximation of the bags are almost 300. Let's say about 300 bags. If they find that there are 320, when you look at that, when you try to round off that figure, it will be close to 300. Rather than when you say the bags are, because you counted 320 and you say they are 400, that approximation is not genuine. It's not even close to the actual figure. So it should be to the actual figure. Let's try to approximate these items down. First one is the length of the pencil. So we know that the pencil we're talking about here is a new pencil which has not been used. Okay, so it could even be the length of the pen. Now let's talk about the length of the pencil, which is the new pencil. So the length of the new pencil, what could be the length of the new pencil? So when you look at the pencil and we try to estimate, we may find that the length of the pencil, we can estimate it to be around 18 centimeters, approximately there. It might even be 20 or 15 centimeters, but that could be the approximate. So now I've put it in centimeters. Why? Because the actual length could be 15 centimeters or 20 centimeters. So the units are I'm using the same units as the actual unit of the actual length. Then the length of a board ruler. Okay, a board ruler. So a board ruler, I can also say, can be around 95 centimeters. Okay, 95 centimeters. Even though this one is a bit tricky because the other board rulers are 1 meter long, so it can be 1 meter long. So if I could have written 0.95 meters, would have been the better units. But I've seen some which are 80 centimeters. So depending on the kind of the board ruler you are using. Some I've seen them, they are 50 centimeters. So depending on the kind of the board ruler you're using. Now here we are talking about that one which is average 1 meter. Okay, so 95 centimeter could perfectly suit, centimeter could perfectly suit, because there are some which are just 80, some 90 centimeters with that range. But if we are those which are 1 meter and 1.5, then meters could have been preferred here. Let's go to question 3. The weight of a bag of meal. The bags of meal we buy from the shops. Okay, so most of the bags, they are written 25 kg, but if you measure them, I'm sure they can't be 25, they can be 26, 27, even sometimes 24, 23. So the approximate I can give is 25 kg. That is the approximate of the weight of the bag of meal. Okay, the distance between Lusaka and Mpulungu, I think that one could fall under 850 kilometers, maybe between 850 kilometers, maybe between 800 and 900 kilometers. So I'll go with 850 kilometers. Okay, so the actual can be 900 or 800 kilometers. So the range is between that. So I picked 850 kilometers. Remember, the units are in kilometers. The weight of the bag of cement, so 47 kg. So that is the approximate we can make for the bag of cement. So as you can see, the units are in the, I'm using the same unit as the actual units for the actual weight. So always remember that when you make approximation, always make approximation and use the same units as the units of the actual weight. Now you need to remember that estimates are not exact. So if I give an estimate of 45 kg as a bag, as the weight of the bag of cement, if it's found that it's 50, still my estimation is acceptable. When you round off 47 to 1 significant figure, you find that we are going to get 50 kg. So you should always remember that estimates are not exact. These are just rough figures which are close to the actual number. Thank you so much for watching. It has been easy learning Z Mathematics. The future is bright. See you in the next video. God bless you.